Noriko used to be a checkout girl at a supermarket.
8年半病院の方に。はい。で、去年の9月の、17日だったかな。ちょっと日付明確には覚えてませんが、去年の9月に退院ということで、私たちと一緒に生活を始めるようになりました。サリン中毒による低酸素脳症というのが正しい表現なのかもしれませんが、一つの症状とすると、このようにもう車椅子、寝たきりの状態、喋ることもままならない。で、今までの記憶が一切ない。
Although many thousands suffer trauma and temporary injury, it is remarkable that only 12 people die and 1,300 are physically injured. The reason is that Orm have not purified the sarin properly. If they had, the deaths would have been in the thousands. Asahara still hopes to get away with his crime. In fact, for Orm, the game will soon be up.
ラジオでこのニュースを初めて聞きました。で、その時に私はこれはもうオウムに間違いないということを直感いたしました。
The police will soon be galvanized into launching its largest ever peacetime operation. Asahara's ambition of stalling the police raid on the Orm compound failed. Two days after the attack, an unprecedented force of 2,500 police officers raided 25 Orm premises throughout Japan. Arrests were made. Chemicals, laboratory equipment, and boxes of documents were seized. Orm's technical facilities were uncovered. A Russian helicopter was found which could have been used for spraying gas across Tokyo. The pressure continued over the following months as the police clocked up more than 500 raids. More than 50 children were taken into care, many still wearing the PSI headsets. There was a massive manhunt for fugitive cult members. But Orm was not a spent force. On March the 30th, the police chief in charge of the Orm investigation was shot 4 times as he was leaving his house to go to work. He only narrowly survived. Asahara himself was finally arrested on the 16th of May. On the same day, the emergency services rushed to the offices of the Tokyo governor, where a letter bomb had blown up in the face of his secretary. Between May and July, Orm tried and failed at 4 more attacks on the Tokyo underground. 2 involving Zyklon B, used by the Nazis in their gas chambers. By now, arrests had reached 400. 192 were charged with serious crimes, including 41 for murder. Orm had been neutralized. After a protracted 8-year trial, Asahara was sentenced to death, as were 4 of the 5 attackers. The exception was Dr. Akua Hayashi, whose cooperation with the police had led to numerous arrests and Asahara's conviction. He has life imprisonment. The executions have not yet been carried out. Today's members of Orm now live in a small apartment complex in the suburbs of Tokyo. It has changed its name to Aleph and apologized for its actions. But former members of Orm still believe that Asahara's grip is as strong as ever.
人を殺した事件を起こしたことイコール即教団が間違ってるとは言えないんですよ。ですからその現在教団に残っている人たちもほとんどがそうなんですけれども、朝原さんには深いお考え、より自分たちが理解できない崇高な考えがあるんじゃないかという、ことを持っている人たちが非常に多いわけなんですね。ですからもともと最初の段階で、自分の中ではその判断できないっていうふうになっているわけだから。
6 years after Orm's attack, the whole world woke up to the horror of religiously inspired mass terror. The parallels are extraordinary. Just as the West had underestimated Al-Qaeda, the Japanese had underestimated Orm. Both organizations had mustered huge resources. Both viewed the Western world as decadent. Both attacks were carried out by highly educated people. Both targeted civilians. Both organizations refused to claim responsibility. Both saw murder as a holy act. This was Japan's wake-up call. It foreshadowed a new age of mass terror.